Hello everyone, this is Ronnie and I'm just coming to you today with a little video. I'm going to talk about some hats I recently picked up over the last probably few weeks. Picked up some hats. I do quite well at hats. I don't find them all the time, but I seem to find them in uh, in bunches. It seems like somebody gets rid of them and so on and so forth. And I've heard um, most of the hats I sell are snapback hats. If you're curious on what a snapback hat is, that's a snapback hat. Has the old snap right there. And they were really big and huge in the, before in the 80s and stuff like that. But a lot of the hats that have the resale value are from the 90s, mid 90s for the most part. And it was just all these certain styles came out and that people love. I mean, these used to get huge money 3 years ago. I said that weird, didn't I? They still have some resale value to them. I came across a bunch the other day. I'll just show you the ones that we found. We paid $25 for 9 at a state sale, and this was a logo authentic one. See, it's new with tags. All these hats are new. Some are with tags, some are not. But this is for the All-Star game in Phoenix, 1994. And then these are all sports specialty hats. This design is script. I mean, you can tell it's script, cursive. Portland Trailblazers, Lakers, another Portland one, Indiana Pacers, and 2 Florida Marlins. And certain styles of hats do a lot better than others. Most of these hats I'll get 50 plus. I've already sold. I picked these up Friday and I listed them yesterday, and I've already sold these 2 to the same person. Black one I got 70, and this one I got 77 or so. I've already made back my money 6 times, and gonna make some money there. Some of the other hats I've picked up over the last probably say month was this one right here. This is new with tags too. This is made by American Needle. When I first picked this up, I didn't look at it very clearly. I just had a bear on it. I actually thought it was the polo bear, and I was like, oh shit, new with tags. And I just seen the baseball. I was like, oh, $2, I gotta pick this up. And then when I came home, I was like, oh, it's not even what I thought it was. But American Eagle hats, some of the designs do better than others. Another brand hat to look for is the Game. These are 2 I picked up. And this is Miami, and this is Michigan college teams. A bunch of hats that you'll find sometimes are championship hats of certain teams. This is Florida Seminoles, 1993. It's actually signed by Charlie Ward. It's pretty cool. Most of the time I'll pick hats up if they're for a few dollars. This is Giants. This is Logo Athletic, and this is actually called the Splash. These hats actually have a good market for them. This is the Logo Athletic, another one. I find them a lot with newer tags. It's the Baltimore Orioles. And certain hats will do very well. With certain brands, you have like the sports specialties. The script does really well. As with Logo Athletic, you have the Splash, which I showed, that shark tooth, which is this design here. It looks like a shark, or fins of a shark, called shark tooth. I think there's another one I'm missing in there that does really well with that brand. Not all of them will do well. The Game, some of their hats will do well. Depends on sometimes by the team. Because a lot of people collect these hats, and You know, a lot of them are harder to find than others. Something like the Chicago Bulls from the 90s is going to be out there. There's going to be lots of them, but people collect it. Michael Jordan, the Bulls, they were popular. You know, and a lot of the other teams are going to be harder to find. Quick little story. One of the first times I ever found a hat was this splash design the shark tooth design right here, but it was a San Antonio Spurs. And I put it up for auction, I think. And before I knew it, it went for like, I put it up for like a 3-day auction. It was like ended like $70. I was like, oh. And then from there, I kind of searched around eBay a little bit, and I ran into like people like, there was a lot of people talking about hats back then. Soul Food SF and a lot of these other guys that would just literally go to stores looking for hats. I know Global Voodoo has talked a lot about hats. And it kind of opens your eyes a little bit to them. They're not as popular as they were, you know, a few years ago, but there's still money to be made. In a minute, I'll do a screen share and we'll look around eBay a little bit for them, but show you a little quick how I ship these. I got these bags for when I send in clothes to Amazon. They're 11 by 14, and if I'm going to sell a hat, most of the hats I sell are $30 plus. I don't like to mess with, you know, cheap hats, especially if they're used, because it's very hard to. I'm not going to clean a hat. It's just, you know, time is money. But put them in these bags, close it up. That way it's protected. And I was talking to someone the other day, and this is a freaking great way to ship the hats. These boxes, these are the shoebox from the United States Postal Service, and they literally slide in there. And as you can see, they slide in there fine. There's no creasing, no damage to them. You know, I've shipped a bunch of hats before. I had somebody complain about a hat not too long ago, saying it was crushed, and I have no idea how the hat was crushed because it was in a large box. I didn't have a big enough box to ship it, so I actually shipped in one of those 12 by 8 by 8 boxes. And I was like, how could that hat be? You know, it was just weird. It was just like, dude, I think you got me mixed up with somebody else. But you know, whatever. He never responded to my question. I even had all the hats if that was the measure. But he was fishing for a refund when he wrote me back, dumbass. You know, but you know, you gotta. That's another story for another day. But you know, it's very easy to pack those hats up and, you know, send them. I mean, I send them priority mail. You can send them first class. You know, get unmarked boxes, and I don't know. It just, I just send them priority. It's a pound. It's about $6. Sometimes I'll charge shipping. Sometimes I don't. With the ones I actually listed the other day, to encourage more buyers, I actually put free shipping. I really don't do free shipping too much. But we go over here, and then we'll go to eBay. We'll look up Snapback hats and see what we got. We'll put used because I would say most of the hats we're gonna find are used, and we'll search sold listings. This really doesn't matter what somebody has them listed for. That Patagonia hat, wow, $300 just for a gas pump on it. That's crazy. But let's go highest to lowest because I really don't want to go through the bottom of these hats here. Scan through some of these. Maybe it's better if we just we single out certain ones. For sports specialty. We get into some of these sports specialty hats. See the Rams, they seem to be doing really well. I'm assuming probably because they moved back to LA that might be pretty cool. Why they might be worth be selling for a little bit better. Raiders hats always do well in that style. Not sure if that's from like the NWA or whatnot, as that was not on my favorite rap groups of all time. No way, no. San Antonio Raider. I see these are hats that I would have no idea because I don't even know what team that is. Is that like minor league hockey or no idea? Chicago Wolves, same thing. I don't know what that is. But you see like here, Bulls, 3P, you know, some of these other hats, Raiders, Rams, seems to be those hats. Warriors stuff must be hot right now due to you know, playoffs and everything like that. Let's skip around here a little bit and try to jump a little bit. No, the Warriors, Bulls, that was actually the hat I sold yesterday. Right there, that's me. So not too bad. Seattle Seahawks, Dodgers. You know, certain teams are going to do better than others. Don't expect, you know, even Pro Football Hall of Fame hat sold. You know, it just depends on what you got, who's looking for it at that time. Cleveland Browns. You see a lot of the football teams. I mean, it's a lot of everything. But you're not seeing the baseball teams go for as much here in the top. Portland. Let's see. What was the other one? The Game. They make some hats. They have a all. One of them have all over print. The Game is the one with the all over print. These hats really do well if you come and buy them. See, like here, All-Star Weekend, Phoenix. That hat did well. Snapbacks don't do as well. Oh, no. You know what? It would help if we took out Sports Specialty. Game, Snapback. All right, here we go. Embarrassing moment of the day. Put in used again, and you see right here, these all-over print ones do really well. That one, I have no idea why that would have sold for that higher price. Maybe because the team, maybe that's a rare hat, I don't know. But you see the Game, they have different names, split bar. You see the bars right there. Big logo. I mean, they make sense to some of these names for these hats. You know, his Hawaiian hat right here. I mean, they seem to do really well, but you got to find the right teams. Ole Miss, I mean, these all over, these big logo ones seem to do really well. If you find them. Almost went to college there, Georgia Tech. Pretty cool. What was the other one? Here we got the Game. What was the other one? Sports Specialty we did already. Logo Athletic. The Splash hat, like I was talking about before, Shark Tooth. That was for the World Cup 1994. That's pretty cool. I was actually in high school during that. And soccer was huge. I think if I remember right, the soccer was here in the U.S. And they had that crazy guy from Colombia or something with the hair. But some of the Shark Tooth Splash designs, I mean, these hats are the ones that do well. You know, just giving you an idea, not all the hats by all these companies are going to do well. Certain styles are what's going to stand out and really do well. See if we have any other Starter's another great brand to look for before they started selling their shit. I think they sell their shit at Walmart now, if I'm not mistaken. I think I've seen it there. Problem is, a lot of people will keyword spam, so it's kind of a little hard to figure this out. You see some of the starter cap. That's not a starter. Right here, that's a starter cap. I remember these when I was a kid. I mean, a lot of these hats, that's just another starter. A lot of these hats were really popular back in the day, before in the 90s, and then they kind of faded out really before they got really hot because the fitted hats took over. Those hats are really cool, the Shockwave. You know, these hats really did not. I mean, there's people that find, I mean, whole boxes and cases of these hats, new with tags. It's not uncommon. They're out there. You know, another would be the trucker hats. Oh, I thought we did that. Trucker hats, highest to lowest, and Patagonia hats seem to do really crazy. Here's some Supreme. Almost any hat by Supreme will do well. Another Patagonia hat. It's really crazy. But it's pretty cool. There's a lot of other different odd and hats in here, but we're gonna try to scan this out a little bit. Supreme. I mean, almost anytime you come across anything Supreme, it's good luck. Baden Ape. I'm not really sure what that is. Sneaker company. Vintage Levi's trucker hat. Skip one here a little bit. Pepsi Cola. Looks like a, you know, mesh hat. Red Wind shoes. I mean, just, you know, it has good detail. People are probably going to look for it. People are probably willing to pay up for it. Another Patagonia hat. Seems like those Patagonia hats do really well. I actually have a bunch of Patagonia hats. I might have to check this out. You know, you just do some searching for shirts. I mean, for hats on your own. You could figure this out real quick. John Deere, you know, steel chainsaw. I mean, more Patagonia hats. These Patagonia hats. Didn't we just see that Patagonia hat for $300? That's crazy. One goes for 42. One goes for 300. But you know, there's a lot of money in hats if you find the right hats. They're hard to come by. They're not easy, but there's good money made in them. So you know, something to look out for. Add into your memory bank when you're out there. You know, I was actually getting beat up a little bit by in some of the chats with my friends about picking up hats, but you know, I had to set them straight shortly after when I sold 2 of them. But you know, I'll see you later, guys. Like, comment, subscribe, share this everywhere. I don't care. But I'll see you later. Have a good day, everybody.